Let's check. And we're trying in 3, 2, 1. What is up, Cubes? Cubes, back with you. And welcome back to the channel. Hasn't been that long since I recorded the last episode's audio, so I'm not really gonna assume which pack I'm gonna put these to because I know I've got a few things going. I think I've got some 1710 backed up. There's big gaps in there. There's a lot of gaps in Greg Tech the longer it goes, so I don't think I'm quite to the point yet where I stop recording for a while so I can do like the middle ground stuff, and I spend a lot of time just building. I think there's going to be less and less instances of me necessarily doing DSS on APOC. I do kind of want to do a little bit of it on there, but I think it's going to be separate. I don't know. Because Light added another person. I don't actually know if the other person's actually put on. Honestly, I even forgot their username because I've only seen them once. All I know is Knight is in the username. Because I remember typing it. But, I don't think I was recording at the time. I will post some of that. But, we never jump in voice or anything usually because a lot of the time it's in the middle of the night and Maddie wants to sleep, so I try not to be disruptive. In a perfect world, if we can get a better place, I'd like to have a room of my own I can use as an office, but aside from trying to finagle shoving a tiny little setup into the outside closet with me and the water heater, I don't see me having my own little room to do things in. My sister's staying with us right now, so I can't just go out in the living room, and even still, it's disruptive enough it can be a problem sometimes, because she's tuned into my voice, so it's part of the reason why a lot of these recent, audio bits that I've done, like little voice memos on my phone, my glasses are actually pretty good with the microphone, I've been, like, out on walks and stuff. Because it's easier to go and do it, so like I'm not feeling guilty for secluding myself in the bedroom and stuff. And that's kind of one of the things. It's like Maddie's wanting to bed and like watch TV and stuff, and like I don't want to stop her from watching TV or a movie or something, but also I want to make stuff. So a lot of the time that's why I've been making, especially when it's like busy stuff like Greg Tech and DSS, because I'll be spending ages just like making particular materials. I mean, with how Greg Tech is, it takes forever just to get down to like making iron screws and stuff. Although I learned something last week, I feel like I knew a long time ago. Back in the days when I actually played with Greg Tech, way back when. Also, if anybody's experienced in dealing with issues with Rotary Craft, hit me up, because I'm trying to get Rotary Craft to like work with some stuff, because I missed playing with it back in like 1.4. I think it was 1.4. What was that? It was one of the FTV packs back then, but I've been having some trouble, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's just a problem with the mod itself and its compatibility with other stuff. If that's the case, I would love start working on a patch for that. Like, actually, like, making a mod for it to be more compatible. I'm sure there's a way to write an API for it, but I don't know what's breaking it in the first place. So, like, but yeah, so there's been a lot of just recording with no audio. I've done that a lot for DDSS. I've done that a lot for Greg Tech. And Greg Tech, part of it was there was bits where like I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't feel like talking or whatever, you know. Which has been an ongoing problem for me lately. Is part of the reason why like I tried to start off on the right foot this year and then I kind of fell flat. You know, I was struggling with balancing it out with doing the truck driving and then, you know, then getting hurt and then I was like, for a while there I couldn't sit or stand for any long period of time, so except for in like a really wonky position which did not make keyboard based things the best situation for me. So there was a lot of just I didn't end up recording anything or streaming anything. I feel bad about that because I kept saying I was going to stream, I kept wanting to stream, and then I just didn't end up doing it. For those of you who saw the tweet, I do want to come out there and officially say I do have some strong feelings about some things going on in the political atmosphere right now. Yes, I still plan on talking about that. When I sit down to record something, I can do like an uninterrupted streak of stuff. I know it's kind of a content creator no, but I think a lot of shit has hit the fan recently, and I feel like Sam has on it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I do want to stream some again. I want to hop back in on STO with everybody. I don't know what all that's been like. I kind of hopped in and like stuff kept happening. I haven't actually streamed with them again in a while. But you know, I'll shoot them a message and see what's up. It's only been one new episode since the last time we streamed, but Cryptic handed over control of STO's development to another company, so actually don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Like I think Cryptic still like owns the rights to it, but they delegated the dev team to another company. They've been trying to do a smooth transition, but that means that there hasn't been a lot of update stuff going out, so there's only been one episode since, and it was a mini episode of that. I know that they have some big plans down the road, but they're trying to break out functionality stuff, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, I do want to stream some WoW. I don't want to I want to like run a dungeon, but I don't want to just run it with anybody, you know? I think what I may end up doing is waiting until we accumulate some people. It feels weird because like I want to run more, or I want to run Naturamas. I just before when I was doing it, I had people that kind of brought me in. It's like an already somewhat predetermined thing, especially if it was like people who are all in the same guild or whatever. I feel like doing it right now, just on my own. There's just a few questions like, should I get invoiced? Should I not? Or is everybody going to be okay with me making content with it or whatnot, you know? I don't have to worry about that. I'd much rather? Oh, it's today. I'd much rather just go into it with the acknowledgement that it's okay that I'm making content with it and stuff, and have the opportunity to interact with people, and it would be nicer if it was like people who followed my content and stuff, so, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get on with Zane and see if he's got his WoW time filled back up, and if not, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. Yeah, because I would love to be able to jump in and, you know, run Molten Core. I think it would be great stream content. I will be honest, it'll be my first time. Loud much. Fire trucks. It'll be my first time in a long time running a dungeon on WoW. I think, you know what? No, Zane and I didn't run a dungeon the last time we played. We did a raid. And that was just when Shadowlands was about to drop, so. Yeah, we were gonna start doing a whole bunch of stuff, but then I had to choose between renewing WoW and paying for some other stuff, and he had surgery that he had to worry about and stuff like that, so. But yeah, I want to get grinding stuff up a little bit, and, you know. There's a huge chunk of the game that I've only ever experienced vicariously. I have to see if I have to download Classic as a separate thing, because if I do, then I'm not going to just be able to do Classic right now. But I would love to be able to rerun some Classic stuff. I realize I'd have to create a character using the Classic stuff. But, you know, I watched my uncle do a lot of stuff, but, you know, as my own character, outside of stuff that he did, like, wrote me into, like, if I was a high enough level to do a dungeon, but it was in the Outlands or something, I couldn't actually go to the Outlands yet, but because the group was high enough level, I could get in, type of thing. But, yeah. So, there's a huge chunk of that I would love to actually get to experience firsthand and stuff. You know, I want to run the Frozen Throne. I want to run the dungeon with Illidan in it and stuff. But I am almost at the store, so I guess I'm going to call it for this episode. If you guys enjoy my stuff, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know that you do. Don't forget to support the channel, everything I do, over on Patreon, patreon.com/GTNH. I'll catch you guys there. Next question out. So, see you. Peace.